Let's talk about Vogster. And
you mean Vogster?
You mean Vogster? Vogster. I thought they were shut down.
Nothing stops.
You could still play Crimecraft this very day.
Crimecraft.
So yeah, we heard last week that a lot of Vogster Entertainment had been shut down, and it's a company that a lot of people I don't think have even heard of. But they're the people behind Crimecraft
and
Unbound Saga,
which we did a quick look of.
Robocalypse.
Quick look of two of those games. Robocalypse, which I guess there was a couple of those.
Which Robocalypse was like a pretty good.
That was pretty neat.
DS RTS
game, yeah.
Unbound Saga and Crimecraft, not quality products.
No. Not doing much to elevate the Vogster name, those games.
No.
And
as it turns out, the Vogster name now is going to be pretty much synonymous with Crimecraft. We kind of heard a few things here and there about, basically that it sounded like the entire company was shutting down.
Right.
And then it turns out that they closed their Chicago studio. So there's like 20 people there or something like that. They also had offices in the Ukraine, and most of those guys are gone. And I guess some of the guys in their New Jersey location are gone. But it sounds like they're just gonna put all their hopes behind Crimecraft.
Oh, wow.
Well, it seemed like they had already kind of pinned everything on Crimecraft already. Like that was the game that they were constantly pushing trailers for, and we've got this deal with Mark Echo for Crimecraft clothes and all this other dumb nonsense.
So the interesting thing about that, and this is where it gets even sketchier from this point, because it's just, now we're dealing with rumors from people who recently lost their job. So It's hard to, you have to take it with a bunch of grains of salt at this point. But like over the weekend, someone who created an account on the site and sent me a private message saying, hey, I don't know how much you care about this Vogster stuff, but the only reason Crimecraft is still running is because they made a bunch of deals requiring it to run. They're trying to avoid lawsuits, because if they shut the game down now, then some of those ad deals, like the Mark Echo thing, or potentially the distribution deal with THQ, or whatever. Like basically, this guy was implying that there would be lawsuits if the game shut down now, and that in a few months you can expect it to shut down.
So they're just running out the clock on Crimecraft.
I don't know. They're having an event here in San Francisco at the end of the month designed to show off Crimecraft.
Yeah.
Which I don't really understand that for a company that just like lost a bunch of people and is kind of like saying they're refocusing their resources.
Time to party.
Yeah.
Party.
Yeah.
So you
I heard from someone else who writes about games for a living that they were asked to not review the game for 3 weeks because apparently they were rolling out big changes for Crimecraft. Which, unless they're changing the business model to free to play, I don't really see anything.
Not going to help much.
The change you need.
Yeah, unless they're like jacking up the game and putting an entirely different game under it. Like I don't see.
So you bought Crimecraft.
I did,
and you got month free or 2 months?
2 months.
2 months free.
Yeah.
So we have to assume nobody yet has paid a subscription for Crimecraft,
right?
But they did pay the retail price.
After if they went 3 months,
yeah.
Anyone in that third month would potentially be paying them a monthly fee.
And is there anything to do single player in that game? It is
No,
an MMO.
it's
it is online.
I wouldn't call it an MMO, but it is a forced online game. There's no offline component to it.
So if they shut down that server tomorrow,
you will
would
not be able
play
to play
Crimecraft.
Crimecraft.
Weird.
So yeah, it's a weird thing because I don't want to create some self-fulfilling prophecy, but at the same time, I feel like I have to warn people you might not want to buy Crimecraft.
Well,
right.
I don't think anything has changed in that regard.
Okay, yeah, I guess. Okay,
But
yes.
now you
Given
really
the
do,
quality of Crimecraft, I would say you probably shouldn't buy Crimecraft. But furthermore, like even if you watch the quick look and you've boned up on the game and you're like, dude, I'm just gonna get Crimecraft and play it for 6 months. Like, if this guy is, you might not be able to.
Here's something you should know.
Yeah. And then, of course, the day that they announced all the restructuring, they cut the price on Unbound Saga.
$10.
Like $10.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's hard to kind of get a good read on what's really going on over there, but it sounds like that they do still have some people employed and focused on Crimecraft, which...
I know you've got a really good memory. Would this be the quickest turnaround on any kind of online service that you have ever seen if it were to go out in 3 months?
I think it probably would be.
Like the fastest from release to shutting down servers?
It certainly would be the fastest one that I can remember. but
That is so
there have been a lot of really weird MMOs that have come and gone. So.
Yeah, Tabula Rasa lasted like what, a year?
Yeah.
Or something.
That's a year.
That's a year.
Year and a half, maybe. I don't know. I'm
That's
pulling
not like
figures
a
out of the
couple
air.
of
here,
months. That's just insane.
Even
I don't know.
Majestic made it for.
I saw those people on my aim.
Do you ever write them and go,
I should.
man,
haven't
they're
heard
on to me.
I haven't heard from you in a while. Fax me something. Call me up. Oh, that game. Ahead of its time.
Do those accounts still sign on?
You made Anime Girl. I don't remember what the hell they were called.
Yeah. It was like Anime Girl 6 or some weird thing like that.
They're still in there. I don't know.
Because you can still go out and buy. Well, ostensibly, yeah. Because when Majestic shut down, they put it all on disc.
Oh. So it's just without the interactive parts?
Yeah.
Man, those
Yeah.
websites
So
still up?
instead of the phone calls, I think they put all that stuff on the disc. So now it's like you look at it that way, and maybe you get the phone calls that
was
way.
weird at that time. That was a weird game. Like,
Yeah.
I got calls from dudes from a video game. That was intense. I didn't have a fax line, but I really wanted one.
Just for that
Oh,
game.
would they fax stuff too?
Yeah, I think
Oh
they would
man.
fax you things.
Yeah. So yeah, Majestic is.
Go buy that.
Yeah, go get Majestic instead. Is basically
Skip
what we're saying.
Crimecraft, get the game that's been defunct for many years.
Yeah,
I don't think you can get Majestic anymore.
they issued it on disc. We went over this while you weren't in the
just
room.
We're talking some Majestic.
Majestic 2 coming soon.
Yeah.
Electronic Arts.
Should.
Is that it for Vogster? Did we cover everything? How was it going?
That could be it for
I
Vogster.
passed out for a minute there.
That could be it for Voxer. Like I said, I mean, at this point, we're just passing on rumors that can't necessarily be verified, but
Yeah.
the guy certainly used a lot of people's actual names in ways that seemed like he knew what he was talking about. So,
Well, wish everyone affected by this the best of luck. It's
Yep.
good when people get out of jobs like that. So.